And as you can see, we're advancing very fast on this stage just because there's... Everything I say is based on my own opinions and experience. I'm not speaking for the public, and my feedback should be treated as such. You are watching Nico Evaluates. With 25 years of experience on Mega Man games, 7 years of doing the No Miss Buster Only challenge, and countless Snupster Races, as well as being the QA tester for Mega Man Unlimited, I'm here to tell you my honest opinion on different Mega Man games. So sit tight and learn. Hello people and welcome back to Nico Evaluates Mega Man Unlimited. Now let's get a couple of things out of the way first. Some people have taken the job of trying to publicly shame me for my opinions, which I find fascinating as a phenomenon. So let me first tell you about this so-called bias, and then let me address the issue of the floaty jump mechanic that one of you brought up. I welcome different opinions and everyone is entitled to their own, and I can respect that not everyone likes Unlimited, but poking my opinions like this makes it sound like you want my opinions out of the public. It's very interesting to see that it's an actual human behavioral pattern that tries to let me go of my own opinions through flaming. You can dislike my own opinions, but you can't change them to your liking, so if you dislike this situation and you're unable to modify my opinions to your liking, then get the fuck out. You'll never succeed. You know why this evaluation sounds so biased? It sounds biased because until this point, I've always compared other fan games to this game, and I've loved this game since 2013 when I first played it. You can go watch our Snupster race from 4 years ago and see that I already praised the game back then. So it wasn't like Phil joined Snupster and I instantly started to like Unlimited. No, the evaluation is going to sound biased, because hell, it's a good fucking game, I can't pretend it sucks. And did you watch the first episode? I gave the game shit as well. You're just here to listen to all of the positive stuff because your brain has been wired that way, and because you make connections that aren't there. I'm going to praise good games. It's a good game. There's my bias. Me being a QA tester for this game has nothing to do with this series. I'll say this one more time. I never tested the core game, only the prototype. I'm not here to defend myself, I'm laying out facts. Blue Man has also raised concerns being too high damage. I think you forget that Robot Masters tend to do quite a lot of damage to the player, especially in Mega Man 4. They do 8 contact damage, let alone projectiles that are hard as hell to dodge, like in the original Mega Man. Iceman kills you in 3 hits, so does Elecman. If Glue Man was one of the original Robot Masters from the official games, he'd be one of the easiest ones to learn. You can see his full pattern in about 6 seconds. So then, let's research this floaty jump you speak of. I know the reason already. Here's a comparison between Mega Man 3, 4 and Unlimited. The difference is that Mega Man 3 and 4 have a limit to as how low of a jump you can perform. Unlimited doesn't have this limit, so what does this mean in layman's terms? It's more precise. You can literally jump 1 pixel off the ground by lightly tapping jump, whereas in other Mega Man games you can't do that. Even Mega Man 3 doesn't allow for that kind of a precise jump. This in return might come out as if it was floaty, but in actuality it's just more precise. Everything else about the jump seems just fine to me. And this is why I believe Unlimited has the best controls, as it allows for more precise jumps. Every Mega Man has a bit of a different jump, and the game has to be built around that, which in this case, it is. Point is that the game is built for these specific jump physics and it ends up working great. If you think that the jump is one of the biggest problems of Mega Man Unlimited, then I don't know what to tell you. I've never had more precise physics and controls than these. Maybe it means that there's not a lot you can find in terms of shoddy mechanics, and that's a good sign. We rarely dwell this deep into mechanics anyway, so we're working with pixels here just to get behind this floaty jump someone mentioned. Now with all of that bullshit out of the way, let's continue the series. So I ended up messing my saves somehow. But I can take this opportunity to talk more about the so-called bias. It's kinda like the, quote, bias I have for Mega Man 4. If it's a good game, of course it's gonna come out as seeming like I have a bias for it. It's not... Mega Man 4 is a good game. What the fuck's the bias? So just because I think some games are better than others, I should not evaluate them. So that's some people's reasoning here. I don't even know how that works. Like I said, I enjoy the fact that people have different opinions and people like different games. Somebody ended up liking Street Fighter Cross Mega Man. That's fine. Just look at that. Just it's not my. I'm not in the position to judge other people for what they like. If you do that, your brain has not fully developed yet. If you're judging someone else based on what they like, then go fuck yourself, right? We are evaluating games here, and some of them are gonna be better than others, and remember that all of this is based on my goddamn own opinions, and if you can't handle that, get the fuck out of my channel, cause I am sick of that fucking mentality. If you can't handle my opinions, if you try to change them publicly, just look at yourself in the mirror. What kind of a person do you want to be? It's getting on my fucking nerves. Really showcases what kind of a person you really are. We all have different opinions on different games. We're never gonna agree. Never. We can argue here till the sun fucking sets. We are not gonna agree on everything. I like Unlimited. I don't like everything about this game. Rainbow Man stage. But god damn, is it a good game in my opinion, and if you can't handle my opinion, why the hell are you watching this then? They are all based on my own opinions. If I told you that if I told you I liked Street Fighter Cross Mega Man, then that would be a bit questionable, as I'm all about good designs and such, but in this case it's rather peculiar to see this kind of a behavior from some of you. I'll wash your mouths with soap. Tell your parents about it. It's hilarious to me because I did find shit on the first episode about this game. It's not all positive. I didn't give it the best rating ever on the first episode. I did find stuff that was lacking and weird mechanics and weird decisions that have been made. But some of you insist that I am biased, so you're only gonna hear the good stuff that I mention. And that showcases what you really think about it. I mean, sure, you're welcome to think that I'm biased, but keep it to yourself, will ya? If you think I'm biased for this series, then wait for the next one, don't watch this. It'll be easier for all of us. Biased cause it's a good game. I know some people fucking hate this game, I know that for a fact. I know communities that despise Unlimited for some reason. Alright, rambling is done. Got that out of my chest. Got rid of the people who we don't want in our channel anyway. They unsubbed as soon as I uploaded this episode here. So now we only have the people in my channel that I really want in. And they know the whole timeline of my channel, they appreciate what I've done so far. And the rest, they're gone, poof. Easy as that. We should probably go to Comet Woman stage now. No reason. That hip thrust. And proof we can skip that transition. Again, 0 lives. Let's just game over. Oh look, it's Mega Man 10. When this game was still called Mega Man 10, Capcom mistakenly used this background on their website. It's still there if you go look. Capcom surely knows their stuff. Alright, so we have the Starman stage mechanics, and they seem to work pretty well. The descent is not too slow, and it's not too fast, it's just right. In my opinion anyway. And these mets are pretty rough. When you go close, they immediately shoot. There's no teaching involved, you just, you have to know. But, you take one hit, and you probably, that's your lesson. Not the way I would probably have done it, but, as you play the stage more and more, it becomes easier, so to speak, and because if you know about it, it's very fluent. You just jump every time you land on the same platform as the Met, so it's not the end of the world like that. So some bad with the good, I guess. It's a rough Met design, very unforgiving. This guy you can only hit to the cannon portion, nothing else. That's a cool enemy. And it's a breath of fresh air to see a game that does its own sprites and doesn't borrow shit from other games. Very cool to see people not being lazy. And this is very well done again. Gives you a chance to learn it. Very nice. Graphics are very nice in this game. And spines, we already know how they work. And here is where the met comes into play. So previously that was a teaching element, and here you got the spikes at the top. So if you didn't learn them yet, well, you're probably gonna die. Here we go. I love this part of the stage, and that one telly there trying to get us kind of hard spot here to try and land on this platform, because the Met is here trying to kill you. That's surprising that rush doesn't actually work here. We have the same... Huh. I never actually knew that. We have the same jump height with rush or without rush. I would actually made rush give you a bigger boost. That's kind of strange, honestly. I never noticed that before. So we have the same jump height with or without rush. I would have made rush trust you up. Kind of a tight space there to avoid that enemy if you let him come too close. You don't want to leave shit alive in this game. You kind of want to kill everything you see, otherwise there's just gonna be there's just gonna be bullets everywhere and enemies going back and forth. You really want to kill stuff as you go. So that telly there is a good introduction to it. As you probably notice, if you shoot it to the little protruding part, it's gonna ding off. So you have to align your shots so that that doesn't happen. You can take that met out, but not necessary. I think that was a good room. This stage is very satisfactory. Everything you kill feels good. These guys you can't kill. At least not with the Buster. I don't think I ever killed them with anything. And they don't deal that much damage, as you can see, but we suddenly have ice physics. Because we are higher up, I guess. So it's a good introduction to the ice physics as well. Not gonna kill you straight off. Gives you a chance to learn them. It's a fun section here. Reminds me of the plug balls going around in Plugman stage, but kind of a different take on it. All of this is fine so far. Got a one up there if you wanna risk it. It's not a bad, it's not a huge risk. You just have to kill the telly and then go immediately, and then waste your life as you grab it. Again, long stage, so you are put back to the beginning for your dumb mistakes. It's not something that I would scold this game for, the long stages and the dead spikes. It's a learning curve, and placements are very carefully designed. And like I told you before, this game does feel like an official release, and at times, if not even all the time, it's better than some of the official games. Miles better than Mega Man 2, miles better than 5, miles better than 6, it's better than 1. 3 and 4, I would maybe argue, maybe I have a soft spot for Mega Man 3, but it's up there really. Mega Man Unlimited and Mega Man 9 are pretty close to being equally as good. There's not much to critique in this stage, it honestly flows very well. There's gonna be times where I cannot actually find anything to comment about, but just to admire the game and go for it. Such as here, there's nothing that I would comment on right now. It all works very well. Rough spot here, and this is one of the spots that is gonna kill most of the players. Extremely hard spot. You wanna kill the Met like that and then not make that jump on the first go. It's the best strategy anyway, unless you're speedrunning, but that's one way to get rid of it. It's placed in a way where if you take a hit, you're gonna go down the pit there. It's a well done, the daily doors as well. Look at that. Clearly you can see that something's going on there. And as I'm trying to explain, it's taking hits left and right. Now, one thing that I did mention in my beta testing sheet was that the glue shot weapon is the only one that's under the Yoku letters. But I got my answer as to why. In order to change the position of the Yoku letters, Megaphil X would have needed to change every weapon in the game in the code somehow to change their placement in the menu. So yeah, I guess bit of a hindsight at this point. So I guess when you're writing the code, you gotta think ahead a bit of the possible changes you're gonna make into your game and how they affect everything, such as the menu system here. If the menu system is broken only by the fact that you are gonna reposition the Yoku text, then there are some problems in your code for sure. But we're just gonna have to live with that. And of course, if you wanna play safe, you can use glue shot there, or pretty much anywhere else. This is one of the tough rooms as well, but it's right before the gate. At least you can't die here. I mean, you can't insta-die, you can't drop down a pit and die. Rough jump. I think there is justifiable to have that jump. We have low gravity and it's a fun mechanic on that room, it's just not... And you can't insta-kill yourself while doing it, you just drop down to the room below, so... In that regard, it's not a bad design. Very telegraph heavy as well. If her balls end up horizontal around you, you wanna be moving vertically, and if they end up vertically, you wanna be moving horizontally. Slide, for example, like this. So they also ding your shots, as you can see. But tough spots like that can occur, but at most, in most cases, it's your own fault as well. How you position yourself. I think it's a very good Robot Master design as well. Different from what you usually see. Very reactionary based as well. You have to have the time to see where the balls are gonna end up. Like that. Very beginner friendly as well. So she has different jump heights. And well telegraphed pattern as well. So it's not like it's RNG based that much. Her main priority is to launch the balls around you. That's her gimmick. She wants to have that happen to you. And anything else, she doesn't care. It's a fun boss. Good design for a female Robot Master, in my opinion. If you are just starting this game for the first time, I'd recommend doing Comet Woman first as your first stage. It's the easiest one. And the boss is very easy as well. Very good boss, in my opinion anyway. If we go back and look at some of the games we've done, and some of the Robot Masters, how RNG heavy they are, this is very nice. I don't have that much to say about these Robot Masters, because they really are an official Mega Man game quality, each one of them. Why don't we go and check Nailman? It's one of the longer, or it is the longest stage in the game. So we have some inconsistency there. But holy shit, does it look nice. Nice contrast between the background and the foreground. We got an enemy here, which you can clearly see what it does before you even go close. Very nice. 3 hits and it's dead. It alters between horizontal and diagonal hits. Familiar mets again, at a spot where you can't die when learning it. And got some power drill mets. You can only hit them in the drill. So that power drill met looks like it's random, but it's really not. If you go back and look at it more closely, then we can see that the little particles he shoots out always go left, bottom and right, left, bottom and right. So that's your pattern. And it's gonna come into play later in this stage. If you didn't notice it here, you better notice it later, because you're gonna die if you don't know that. Or you're gonna take hits if you don't know that. So the upper portion here is a bit easier than the bottom. If you drop down, you've got a small punishment for yourself. Let's see if we can make this right there. Rapid firing definitely helps in this stage. And again, such good placements that I really don't have anything to complain about. It's very clear that Megaphil X loves Mega Man and he wants to show everyone how to make a game. And we have some Gutsman platforms, but they are vertical. Very nice. They work very well. I haven't ever found anything wrong with them. It's just a good game. I don't know, like I've already found flaws with it, and it's just gonna be this way because the game is good. I can't make up a script for this and tell you the game is bad when it's really not. And here is where the power drill method comes into play, and I just wanted to show you how you probably would not know that's a spike. So, yes, the game is very good, but sometimes some of the design choices are a bit strange, like that nail. How would you know that nail actually kills you in one hit? It doesn't look like a spike, it's a nail. Mega Man doesn't usually die to nails in one hit, or at least that in my Mega Man, in my Mega Man world, he would not die to nails. But the developer wanted to keep the design of the stage, and it does make sense that you would use nails as the insta death spike. Like down there, I should have known, right? If I look down below, the spikes are there, and up there as well, they are made of nails. So if you somehow missed that, like I did the first time I ever played this stage, you are gonna die to that one spike. And up here as well, there's many signs here that the nails are death spikes, but you're not gonna pay that much attention when you're playing it. So that one spike up here, it's not that clear. At least it's not clear to me, and has never been. But right as you hit your head on it, you're like, oh, I'm a dumbass, of course. Now, I always wanted to see this nail go down when you jump on it. I don't know why. That would have been hilarious. All the transitions in the game work perfectly. This is a normal speed of transition. Everything is just carefully, pixel perfectly done to reflect the original games. And that's cool. You can kill this frog by just being here and waiting for it to jump off. So this is kind of like a Mega Hero from Mega Man 3. Can't shoot it while it's on the ground. Gotta nail it when it's jumping. It's a fun design. Unless you're doing no miss, then ask again if that's a fun design or not. And here you'll see that the pattern is very much there. Yeah, the rapid firing enemies definitely helps in this game. And as you can see, we're just we're advancing very fast on this stage just because there's, as I was about to say, we're advancing a lot faster in this game than other fan games so far. For one, because I already know a lot about this game and I played it so much. And the other reason is that there's not much wrong in this game. Everything is so well planned and carefully placed that I can't find many flaws. That's why we are advancing faster in this game. We're not stopping on our tracks that many times. But this stage suffers a bit from being very long. It's the longest stage in the game, and this could very well be like 4 normal stages long. It's very tedious at times. Some screens could have easily been taken out from this stage. It's so long that and there's only that one mid checkpoint in the entire stage. So I can see how people criticize this stage a bit. But in my books I still like it. I mean, Mega Man 1 had different levels that were different in length. Such as Gutsman stage being like under a minute stage. and then Eggman being the longest one. So they don't all need to be the same length. But maybe Nailman stage went a bit overboard. But you take this out, and you basically wanna be down here. Again, you have the leverage here, so why not use it? Just a teaching element. So here you have the meat boss that was supposed to be a robot master, but I never was. I usually rapid fire this guy to death before he even jumps. But we're gonna check him out now, because we're evaluating it. I've never spent any time in this room actually, so... So as you can see, he does telegraph when he's gonna smack the ground with his hammer, but... Man, it does take time to get used to. It's not easy at all. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you just have to count and dodge him that way. He always does the same thing, so... If you're too slow, well, the game fucks you in the ass pretty much. There we go, that's how you do it. And he's dead. I do like him. Not an easy meat boss by any means, but it's very doable. And even if you miss this hilt here, you can use Rush Coil and get back up here. But I would again added a wall here. It just looks like you can go here when you really can't. Minor thing, but still worth mentioning. Got more nails, which by this point you should realize that they are dead spikes. But it's not a good tell when you just began the stage, and if you don't look around carefully, you might not realize that. Quest for the bolt. Never gotten this bolt actually. You probably can make it back to the right, but it's very tight jump. Oh, you can, yeah, there we go. If for some reason you wanna take the right route. Spike trap very well done, because you can see what's up, what's down here, because the screen transitions work as they should. So they are slow enough that you can see how they form. Now these are pretty hilarious enemies. Gives you opportunities to jump over them, and also teaches you that you can't shoot the bottom part, you have to shoot the top part. There we go. Tight jumps upcoming. And we have what are not Yoku blocks, but these kind of blocks. Remind me of the Mega Man 4 platforms in Cossack stages. It's a fun design. And there's a cute animation to support that. You can easily tell where the spikes are gonna come from. Very well done. And here, if you use your head, this is your safe spot. So you had the time to see that maybe you should go here. Probably not everyone is gonna understand that, but you still have avid space on the left side as well to battle him right here. And you have the water, so you can jump a bit higher as well. So whatever you do, it just ends up working, and holy shit, that water is beautiful as hell. Look at that color, I really love that. We are close to dying, but let's see if we can actually make it happen. I am gonna showcase you the Comet Dash. That's it, and allows you to kill enemies in air and do a little dash as well, so you can get to secret places with it too. Stage still going on. We are over halfway though. But it's a very long stage and such. But I like how the graphics change in the stage. You're now underground. I really like how the atmosphere changes. This is one of the harder screens in the stage, for sure. You just have to be very careful here. It's all that it is, but again, it just works well because they are well balanced. And you can just slide over that, which in Revenge of the Fallen was not possible at all. You could not slide through gaps like that. So I'm very glad you can do it here. Another big eye. But again, it's a cute design in my books. There we go. Doesn't take too many shots to kill either. It's not like Mega Man 1's big eye. It takes like fucking 50 hits. So what a motherload of a stage. Very long. Love the graphics though here again. So maybe take a couple of screens out. I know a couple of screens that I would have probably taken out. It just kept dragging on for too long. Nailman though is an interesting boss. One of the nails will land like that, upside down. And you have to be careful because that will stay on the screen. You can't hit him when he's shielded. And he has a couple of different patterns like this. And again, it's very pattern based. There's not much in the ways of RNG, I guess. But that's true with all of the mini-bosses. He does a little weird damage flash sometimes when he lands. But I did ask Phil about that and he didn't know what caused it. I think he said he doesn't know. I just shot twice. See that? Not sure what happened there. I think I've seen that before, but I don't know what causes it. But when this game is not made in Game Maker, some of the Game Maker traits are not present. So this was done in C++ and probably has its own issues, but far less than what you would see in a Game Maker equivalent. Now we are fucked. Unless you know the patterns. He's not that hard if you again take your time and see what he does. Yeah, they just pretty much stay home on you, but you could say that they go up and down because you're jumping anyway. There we go. That's one of the harder ones to avoid. You just have to learn it. There could have been a telegraph when he comes down to your level, when he's hovering above you. For sure, I think. Yeah, they home on you. Yeah, definitely. So, when he's hovering above you, and then when he tries to land on you, there should have been an animation to showcase when he's doing that. Because now it's just about learning how he does that and when. So that one animation, like here, animate that when he's going down. Or rather, animate it just before he does. So that everyone would know when to avoid him. Small thing, but it would have made this boss even better. And you can't shoot through his shield unless you get so close you get damaged yourself. So yeah, that needed animation in my books. But it's not bad. Animation is lovely when done right. Can we kill him now? There we go. Very fun boss. If you agreed on what I said, leave a like. If you disagreed, leave a dislike. Catch you later.